Okay, folks, we have finally arrived at the field with the combine, and it is actually at the field this time. It hasn't disappeared over into yonder building yet, so let's start harvesting here. The lower front hydraulic, I take it, and start the cutter. I kind of expected to see something happen, but maybe not. Oh. Okay, as soon as we start moving, it turns on. Okay. Oh, yeah, so we can harvest at a whopping 30 kilometers an hour. Okay, 25? Okay, about 20 going uphill. About 30 going downhill, looks like. They could definitely maybe use to slow this down a bit. Oh, and I was going to ask, is it leaving a layer of straw? It is. I just can't really see it real well. Also, is there a button for cruise control? I might actually have to go back into the other screen. I don't know if I can get to it from here or not. Yeah, we'll look at that later. Speaking of controls, folks, I did try... I had my G27 plugged in here the other day. I was playing some American truck and... dirt rally with it. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to try this Professional Farmer, see what Professional Farmer does with the G27. See if it'll work. As you folks may recall, I tried the not the Logitech, the Saytech Farming Simulator wheel. That did not work at all. So I thought I'd try the Logitech G27. Same problem. It does not work at all. The controls are not recognized properly as being a steering wheel or even a controller. It seems to try to recognize it as a gamepad, which obviously a steering wheel is not a gamepad. You know, it tells you, push button A, push button, whatever, B or something for something. It's like, there's no A or B on at least not my steering wheel anyway. Now, it's possible, actually, you know what? I just happened to think of this. If you folks have one of the newer ones, is it the Logitech G... I think it's the 920. Actually, might. Because that one, I believe, is supposed to be compatible with both Xbox One and PC. So if it's compatible with Xbox One, it might actually have the A and the B and, was it X key and Y key, I think it is, or something like that. At least that seems like what the game was looking for here. Interesting animation on the front there, kind of like throwing it up like that. And this, folks, at least is going to determine whether or not I keep playing this game. If we get a good return, or at least what I'm going to consider a good return on our crop here, we'll probably keep playing a little bit. Not sure how much, but we'll at least keep playing a little bit here. See if we can get a couple other things into a couple other things. But yeah, if we don't get a good amount of money from this, I'm just going to call it quits, because no point in continuing if we can't really make much money. If we can't make much money, it's going to be harder to upgrade. And I notice it is taking a bit to fill the combine here. And interesting to note, this game lets us harvest in the rain, apparently. Would have to be raining when we're trying to harvest. Oh, and I was going to point out to you folks as well, and I forgot to do this when I started recording here. If you folks noticed the fuel gauge, when I got to the field here, I filled up the combine before I left the main farm. So it was, completely full. By the time I got to the field here, it was just about a quarter tank used. Not quite. There was still a good 3/4 of the tank of fuel left, but still, it took almost a quarter tank of fuel just to drive out to this field. That, at least in my opinion, as of right now, is something I think UIG really needs to fix, is the fuel usage. Way, way too high. And not to mention the fact that we can harvest at 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. At least I'm assuming this is kilometers. Yes, it is. The gauge there says it's kilometers, so. That in and of itself doesn't bother me too much. I mean, yes, I would like to see it change to a more reasonable speed. Doesn't mean I have to go that fast, though. I mean, obviously, I can go slower here if I want. Takes a little more work on my part, I guess you could say, but obviously, I don't have to go this fast if I don't want to, so. But seeing as how we can, why not? Also, for those of you looking for something fun to do, you should look up, Professional Farmer on Steam, Professional Farmer 2017, and look at the reviews for this game. It's rather, in my opinion, kind of amusing. And if you folks have looked at the reviews for this game, I think you'll see what I mean. If I remember, maybe next episode here on Professional Farmer, maybe I'll try to pull them up and we can look at a couple. But yeah, like I said, the reviews, at least in my opinion, are rather amusing. And if you folks look at them, you'll see what I mean. And we're still not full yet either. That kind of suggests to me we're probably not going to make a whole lot off of this field. I guess we'll find out. Just under a third of the way harvested here, looks like. And by the way, I didn't bring the tipper out here yet. I thought I'd kind of wait on that, because I kind of suspect we'll probably run out of fuel before we need a tipper from the looks of it. Oh no, we might actually need a tipper before we run out of fuel. It'll be close. That, of course, begs the question, if we reset, do we lose what's in the combine? Knowing UIG, probably do. Okay, so interesting. Even though it's full, it does continue harvesting. So good to note. You're probably going to want to stop when it's full. Let's stop the header. Let's open the pipe. Okay, let's not open the pipe. Hello? My goodness. Let's, okay, let's harvest just a little bit more then. That's a note to self. Let's have a tipper handy before we do that next time. Wasn't expecting that one. Okay, this time we'll shut off the header. Let's grab a tipper here. I believe I have it hooked up to the tractor already. I just didn't bring it out yet. Wasn't sure, where we would need it, so... Technically, I could probably reset the combine because it does need fuel. There's no way it has enough fuel to drive back to the farm. But just in case, I'm going to empty the combine before we do that. Something tells me you reset it, it probably loses what's in it. Just a guess. Possibly, anyway. Okay, that tipper's kind of annoying. It looks like it's like shaking back and forth a little bit. Or up and down, I guess, actually, maybe. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Okay, I just noticed something. I probably should have put fuel in the tractor. We're going to make it to the field, but we're probably not going to be able to make it back from the field, unfortunately. Oops. And these loading screens are kind of annoying as well. I mean, they typically load pretty quick, so it's not too bad, but still, sitting here having to load between each area is kind of annoying after a while. Although, like I said, I think I get what they're probably trying to do. They're probably trying to reduce the amount they have to load. I'm just guessing that's the reason behind it. That's some rather flat, plain-looking straw, I'll have to say. Okay, we're definitely going to want to try to get this in the right spot, because as soon as we open that pipe, apparently it's just going to come spilling out. Yeah, that's some pretty lame-looking straw, I'll have to say. Actually, you know what? If you folks look, it looks like it's just retextured ground. Just, browning up a little bit or lightening up a little bit. More of a tan color, I guess, instead of the darker brown color. Because if you look, the ground is textured the same way, just different color. Is that tipper, like, just kind of wandering away? There we go. Slow unload, apparently. Very slow unload. Well, folks, you know, with a slow unload there, I think this is a good point to wrap up the episode. Hopefully we'll come back next episode. We'll finish harvesting and see what a load of this wheat will bring us. Hopefully it'll bring us a good chunk of change. Hopefully. So yeah, anyway, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.